Hey YouTube, it's Jim9 here with another video. I'm doing a review of the Coliseum home video, Wrestlemania VIII. Approximate time over 2 hours, and that's a lie. Well, it's not a lie. It should say approximately 3 hours because it is over 2, but it's 2 hours and 45 minutes pretty much. It's like 2 hours and 44 minutes. And they should have just put approximately 3 hours instead of approximately over 2 hours. But yeah, 1992 Evart Enterprises Inc. All rights reserved. I have no clue what that is. But yeah, there's the tape. I don't have the case. Let me show you a picture of what the case looks like. Just like that. Nothing too spectacular. And this is on the WrestleMania Anthology set. On the box, the new re-release set. And the WrestleMania re-release tape box sets. But yeah, let's start it out with the first match. Shawn Michaels with Sensational Sherry versus El Matador. And I don't really remember too much about this match. Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. This pay-per-view was pretty boring except for maybe 2 matches. I had a hard time watching it, but yeah, Shawn Michaels ended up getting the win in a 10-minute and 38-second match. I don't remember how he won, but yeah, El Matador or Tito Santana. And next was not a good match, or not. It was a okay match, but it was more of a history making, or not history making back then, but memorable now. Undertaker defeated Jake the Snake. That made his 2nd win at WrestleMania. And then, oh, I forgot to rate the Shawn Michaels. I'll give that a 6 out of 10. Taker and Jake Roberts, 6.5 out of 10, just because of the history that it made. Everyone knows Taker won, so yeah. The next match was probably second best, or match of the best, or second best. I couldn't really pick. Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper for the Intercontinental Championship match. It was a good, memorable match. Maybe I don't think it was. There was only a few matches that I'd heard of on this card, or that I knew about on this card. This, and then the 2 main events and the Taker match. And then yeah, they were always saying that Roddy Piper, always one of the biggest stars, but never had any championships. And then he finally got the Intercontinental Championship. And in this match, Roddy Piper had busted open Bret Hart, and there was a no blood policy. I'll get onto that later on. I have a little bit more to say about that, but I don't want to give away some more stuff. But Bret Hart ended up getting the win because Roddy Piper was choking at him out, and then Bret Hart went to the corner and then walked walked up the ropes. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, he put his foot and then his other foot and then his other foot, and flipped, and then he pinned Roddy Piper and won the Intercontinental Championship. I give that match an 8 out of 10. It was good and entertaining and fun match to watch. And yeah, the next match, Big Bossman, Virgil with the nose thing on like Cody Rhodes. Thought that was funny. Sergeant Slaughter and Jim Duggan versus the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags, the Repo Man and the Mountie with Jimmy Hart. And this wasn't too good of a match. It was a 6 minutes and 33 seconds. Oh yeah, I forgot to say Taker and Roberts was 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper, 13 minutes and 51 seconds. But, yeah, big 4-on-4 tag team match. Nothing too special. Pretty much just a Survivor Series match to me. Nothing, yeah, like I said, nothing too special. I didn't really like the match very much. It was sort of boring. And, Big Boss Man, Virgil, Sergeant Slaughter, and Jim Duggan got the win. I don't really remember what they did, but they won, and, it was, not very good. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. And then the next match was the second best match of the night, or the first best, I couldn't tell. And this is going along with the no blood policy. Randy Savage with Miss Elizabeth versus Ric Flair with Mr. Perfect. And Randy Savage fought Ric Flair, who was the Intercontinental Champion. Oh yeah, I forgot to say the Intercontinental Championship match for Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper, and Bret Hart had won the title. He was going to use the bell, and then he threw it down, and then he would end up losing later on, and then they shook hands at the end. But then this match, Ric Flair ended up getting busted open, and bleeding, and there was a no blood policy. He got fined, but Bret the Hitman Hart, because they said that it was an accident for him. That makes no sense. How do you accidentally blade? I don't know. And in this, this was one of Shane McMahon's earlier appearances. He was attempting to keep Miss Elizabeth away and trying to hold them back, or trying to hold her back. And then at the end, when the fight broke out, and yeah, Ric Flair ended up losing the belt because Randy Savage ended up getting him with a roll-up, and that match was 18 minutes and 4 seconds. I'll give that match an 8 out of 10 also. And the next match, Tatanka versus Rick Martel in a singles match. Well, I need to say that. The match was 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Tatanka ended up getting the win. I don't even... Oh yeah, I do remember. Rick Martel threw him to the ropes. He came back, did a crossbody, landed on him, and got the pinfall. And then, he won the match. And at the beginning of the match, there was like these Indians walking around, and it was annoying. They were like, yay! And they were doing, like, singing these weird songs and stuff. It was weird and annoying, sort of. Overall, I'll give that 5.5 out of 10. It was better than the Big Boss Man in the match, but it was not that good. Then the next match was the Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon versus Money Inc., Ted DiBiase, and IRS with Jimmy Hart. And this match was okay. Had a heel finish. The champs ended up walking out and retaining the titles but losing the match, and it was not very good either. I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. And that match was 8 minutes and 38 seconds. I don't think I said that. The next was the shortest match of the show, Owen Hart versus Skinner. And when Owen Hart was coming out, Skinner spit this brown stuff, and I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be like dip or something, I don't know. Chewing tobacco. And, yeah, he ended up winning most of the match. And, he ended up throwing Owen Hart to the ropes or something like that. And Owen Hart came back, rolled him up, and pinned him. and it was nasty. His face was like almost brown covered in that whatever the heck that stuff was. That was an okay match for how short it was. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Rest in peace, Owen Hart, and Randy Savage, and Big Bossman, and I think Earthquake. I don't know if anyone else has passed on in this show. And then the last match, Hulk Hogan defeated Sid Justice. Oh wow, I just gave it away. With Harvey Whippleman via disqualification. And the taglines for this show was a Savage and Flair affair and friendship torn apart or something like that. And the friendship torn apart was the Hogan and Sid Justice match. And Sid Justice is annoying, and I think he's a horrible wrestler. But yeah, like I already said, Hogan won by disqualification because I don't know if he got disqualified at first or what, but I know Papa Shango came out and attacked Hulk Hogan, and then out of nowhere, Ultimate Warrior comes out after the match is over and helps fight off, and then fireworks go off when Hogan's doing the thing, and Ultimate Warrior shaking the ropes and all that stuff, and Ultimate Warrior didn't even have a match. But yeah, I thought that well, I'll give this match a 6 out of 10. Not very good. Not the biggest fan of Hogan, even though he's one of the most memorable, probably the most memorable name in wrestling. If anyone that doesn't watch wrestling knows a wrestler, it's more than likely Hulk Hogan or The Rock or somebody like that. And yeah, I thought at the last pay-per-view, or WrestleMania, Ultimate Warrior beat Randy Savage in a retirement match, and some reason he was there. I don't know why they did a retirement match and he didn't even retire. I guess he came out of retirement or something, I don't know. But, yeah. Oops. It came in this case, that's why I have this. I'll give this pay-per-view a 6.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Nothing too big about this pay-per-view. Not the worst, because WrestleMania 9 is worse than this, but yeah, that's my review for WrestleMania 8, and that's about it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.